With some ballots still to be counted, President-elect Joe Biden already has earned more votes than any presidential candidate in American history. The second largest number belongs to President Donald Trump in this election. Those massive partisan numbers remind us the United States is a divided country. Pulitzer Prize-winning historian and author of The Soul of America, Jon Meacham, has been thinking about this moment and how we might begin to stitch the country together. Harry Smith spoke to Jon for our Sunday Spotlight.
People sure showed up to vote. Unless we thought an election would provide clarity, provide an answer to the arguments America has been having with itself, for many, it sure doesn't feel that way.
I think I understand why people feel that way. My point of view is historically based, which is both a vice and a virtue sometimes. Just because something has happened before doesn't mean it's not happening again now. We're a very closely divided country in a perennial sense. We were divided patriot versus Tory, North versus South, agrarian versus industrial, segregated versus integrated, Archie Bunker versus the age of Aquarius. You know, we have always been, in many ways, more defined by our divisions than by our moments of unity.
As we are divided now. And while it may feel especially severe, Meacham says, not so fast.
So let's say that the presidential election turns out that the winner wins 50.5, maybe close to 51% of the popular vote. That's a higher number as a percentage than Harry Truman, John Kennedy, Richard Nixon, Jimmy Carter, Ronald Reagan the first time, Bill Clinton, George W. Bush, or Donald Trump won the popular vote. Close elections produce consequential presidencies, and close elections are far more often the rule than the exception.
If we are to mend the tear in our national fabric, suggests Meacham, it will be from the bottom up.
I think that in many ways, the shift we need to get to a moment where it doesn't feel so sulfurous and so divided is we need a shift in our dispositions of heart and mind.
To find, says Meacham, at minimum, the things we can agree on.
Is your soul hopeful today?
My soul is hopeful because I don't think we have any alternative. I think that human nature suggests that we have to press on. As Huck Finn said, we have to light out for the territories. And we have to hope that tomorrow can be better than today. And what I try to think about is my sense of American history is that at every moment where we thought doom was at hand, we came through. That's not a guarantee, but it does suggest that enough of us, if we get our hearts and minds in the right place, if we respect reason, if we see each other as neighbors and not as adversaries, that there is a path to a more perfect union.
And the people said, amen.
For Sunday Today, Harry Smith, New York.